What's up, peeps? My name is Ian and I sell books on eBay. 15 orders to get packed up this morning to go out, so it's like 8:15 in the morning. It's not the earliest of starts, but ain't a late start either. I've got till 10 o'clock to get them all packed and dropped off at Royal Mail. I'm going to have to change my system a wee bit. Last week most of what I got I was able to drop into the parcel box, no problem at all. Now I'm getting more and more big bulky orders which need to get handed over a counter somewhere. Don't like doing that at the post office because it takes forever compared to walking in, scan, beep, done, back out the door. So I'm having to get there before 10 o'clock in the morning, which means early starts every day, almost rushing through what I'm doing, which I don't like to. I like to make sure that there's enough time to get everything dealt with. So I'm going to have a wee think about exactly how to do that. Do I change my dispatch time so that it'll be next day dispatch? Then I can take advantage of all sorts of other things. Would that have an impact on sales? I don't know. I'm going to have a think about it anyway. But we'll have a look at some orders. I've got everything picked, but it's not in a particularly great order for sharing. But let's see what I can get in about and show you. And we'll pick some of them up as we go along. Let's grab them out of the way. We'll come back to those in a moment. We'll take these ones off of there. We'll come back to those in a moment. You can't even see me just now, can you? That there. Oh, there's the first one of the day. Pratchett. It's always Pratchett. Great to see everyone else is finding massive bundles of Pratchett books from yesterday's comments. Isn't it great? I mean, Terry Pratchett doesn't actually sell any better than quite a few other authors that I've got, but because it's something I love, it just makes it so much better. Blink. Well, so it's really dope. It's always good because it's for a few days. I've got that wee collection. I keep swithering as whether or not I should just build up the paperback collection for keeping for myself, but space, I'll stick to piling up the hardcovers. They're on my shelf, and see how that works out. And then maybe once I've getting near to the end of that, I'll start picking up some paperbacks, but I don't really have shelf space for that at the moment, so I'm kind of being picky. Anyway, The Long Earth, Terry Pratchett and Stephen Baxter. I read this last year, really enjoyed it. Looking forward to getting into the rest in the series because there's quite a few of them. Does this tell you just how many there are? No, this is too early a print to have all the others. The Long War comes next. So this is a 2013 print, so there's a few years worth of those to come after that. Anyway, £6.99 for that bad boy, all on his own. Next, we've got a bundle. One of the bundles I was just shifting aside, and it's Pedro Jamasi, Peter James. Nice wee bundle of Peter James. I've got a couple of bigger paperback bundles, and I really hope they're under the 2 kilos. That might not be, although Dead Man's Time is just a little bit skinnier, so that might squeeze it in under 2 keys. But Peter James, £12.99. They are going down there. Then we have another bundle, another rather bulky bundle. Again, £12.99 for David Baldacci. Don't think I've sold him for a week or so, but 5 of them heading out the door now, and that will be over 2 kilos unfortunately. But it's £12.99 in, so I'm still making my kind of 80 pence to £1 per book on those, and the volume that's going out, I'm quite happy to take that at the moment. Next, we have another bundle. This one is under 2 kilos thankfully, but still sells for the same price. 5 books, £12.99, Peter May. So just, paperbacks. Buy 3, get 2 free, £3 each, £3.99 postage, £12.99 for 5 books. That's just how it works out. Then, a couple of wee books on their own. 2 Enid Blyton, Famous 5, from about 1991, I think they are. So 5 Fall into Adventure and 5 on a Treasure Island. So a nice wee set, that one, books 1 and 9. I picked up stacks of these and they've never sold. The odd one here and there, but they've just never sold. And I've got another big stack to list and add on to this listing, and I've just never done it because these have never really started moving. So it's something I need to up my game on, actually do what needs to be done. But the two of those went for a massive £7.97. £6.84. Bridgerton Books, they keep doing quite well. Sold a big set last week. That's a wee single one going out. As I say, £6.84, and then a slightly better single book sale. A bit of Warhammer, 40k. Horus Heresy. Horus Rising, the seeds of heresy are sown. Lots of H's in that title. Dan Abnett. So Warhammer 40k, they always go quite well. £12 for that one there. Then a bigger bundle. We've got a mix, three authors in here, and they are, let's find them. Right, it's not that one. Ooh, it's this one. Right, first author, Jeffrey Deaver, Hunting Time. Then 4 James Pattersons, of Jimmy P. Red Book, Escape, 23.5 Lies, House of Wolves, and 5 Lee Child paperbacks. So that's 5 of the ones that I just listed yesterday. So 10 books in total there, and they sold for £25.24. Postage included. See, when I'm banging a price out here, it always includes postage. I've got some stuff that's up free post, some stuff where it's like $3.99 added on, but the total I always give is always the total price paid by El Customaro. That means the punter. Right, what else we got? Katy Flynn. Katy Flynn, everybody loves Katy Flynn. And Katy Flynn is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Katy. That's not Katy Flynn. I doubt that's Katy Flynn. That's probably somebody just posing for the picture. But the author's Katy Flynn. And again, 5 paperbacks, £3 each. Buy 3 get 2 free, plus £3.99 postage. £12.99. You'll have noticed that's quite a standard for me. That way, however they sell, promoted listings or otherwise, I'm making about 80p per book on those going out. So it works quite nicely. It's enough to make it worth my while. Next, a single book, The Seventh Son by Sebastian Faulks. I do keep meaning to read more Sebastian Faulks. I read Birdsong and it was just like, I read the one he wrote as Ian Fleming, where he wrote a James Bond book. Can't even remember which one it was. Him and the Deaver ones get slightly confused. Was it Carte Blanche? Can't remember. Anyway, Birdsong was brilliant. I keep meaning to read more of him, but I've never quite got round to it. But that one there went for £7.49. And another little single book. A wee vintage crime paperback. Just, you know, I seal books. I just pick them up, chuck them in a pile, especially when I'm paying pennies. A lot of them ain't worth it. But every now and again you get one that's worth a couple of quid more and it actually sells. This went for £12. So Edgar Lustgarten, A Case to Answer, Murder in Soho. And it originally sold for 2 and 6. Would Arthur Groom live or would he die? You'll need to read on to find out. Or you'll need to find a copy to find out. And this copy don't exist any. Well, it does still exist, but it ain't for sale because I've sold it. 12 quid. Right. Nearly there. Another bundle. Anne of Cleves. 5 paperback books. Can you guess how much they sold for? There's 5. Buy 3, get 2 free, plus £3.99 postage. That's right. £12.99. So another £12.99 bundle, which also seems to be answering the question about which sells best for me. Is it pre-made bundles? Is it single books? Is it the variation listings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sales today have come from the variation listings in bundles. Sorry, I think that's 7. because we've got 2 Simon Scarrow hardcovers going out again from that one. Invictus, which is a nice wee first edition, and the Blood Crows, 2 hardcovers. What did they go for? $15.99. First editions, I priced them up because they're rarer. So usually £6 or £8 each for the first editions. If people want to pay that for them, they can. If they don't, I don't have a huge number, so they stay on the shelf. But they do sell sporadically, but they do sell, and it gives you a wee bit of a boost on your sales. So the 2 of those, $15.99. So that was quite nice. Let's sit them there. Right, a pre-made bundle. You've got to have a pre-made bundle. Probably can't see what that is, or maybe you can. Inkheart, Inkspell, Ink Death, Cornelia Funke. 3 books, $9.99. So just an old pre-made one. A wee clear out sale here. So I've still got, you know, thousands of CDs from years ago. Lots of classical stuff. I sold quite a lot of classical CDs for a while because they do actually sell quite well, and I was picking them up again. Like the DVDs I get, it's 10 for £1. So when I was in, just grab. Some of them are worth a few quid. A lot of them are worth a couple of quid, £3. So sell some single, bundle them up. But they just became a bit of a pain to deal with. But I do still have a few pre-made bundles that I'd done at the time, and I've just left them running because at some point they'll sell. So Orchestral 1 this is. So it's 9 orchestral CDs. What have we got? Berlioz, Barber, Bridge, Strauss, Sibelius, Haydn, a few Haydn, a few different bits and pieces in there. This is going to a repeat buyer, Jean. I don't know if you watch the channel or not, Jean, but yeah, these will be on their way to you shortly. I know you had something just the other day. Can't remember what it was I sent out to you the other day. Was it some Lee Child books? I can't remember. Anyway, they're either on their way or with you, and you've now got this lot. So I had these listed, $9.99, free post. Free the postage. Jean's gave me an offer, £7.50. So to be honest, I'm going to make a quid on that bundle, but if they cost me a quid, I'll make a quid. Yeah, why not? It's only going to take me a minute to chuck them in some padding and into another little envelope or strip of card to keep them protected and get them sent out. And that is the lot. So for all of that there, total order value £177. So it's definitely, the average is creeping up. I think I did about 220 in total yesterday, so that's definitely keeping us above my £200 a day. That's the minimum I ever want to be at. I have not achieved that over the course of a month as an average yet, but that's kind of the minimum I need to get to make this, to make it almost a business rather than just a wee part-time hobby. The big listing, loads, definitely is working. Getting lots listed. Trusting eBay on their promoted listings has made a massive difference. I mean, that's seen a kind of 60-70% increase in sales value, and about a 40-50% increase in kind of net sales once all the fees and the postage are taken off. So yeah, having a wee bit of faith in the eBay system. Listing. If you don't list, you can't sell. Before I started tracking it every day, I have no idea how much I was listing. All I could look at was whether or not my total value of stock available was going up or coming down, and it was always going up, but I might have been doing 50 quid a day for a week, and then a few £100 a day for a week, a day with £1,000, then days with 20. So just by having a kind of daily consistent target to aim for is making a difference. And you know, the last, what have we done this month? The first, it was a bank holiday, I didn't do much, but 130 quid. On the second, 440. Yesterday, just under 300 at 297. So I want to be listing about £400 a day throughout. Not quite there with what we've done so far this month, but £300 plus a day on average is what I want to be making in sales. So that's really my absolute minimum. And yeah, we're almost there across the first 3 days so far. There's a couple of days in the week where I've got a lot of other things that I need to do, so I can't get as much listed. So yesterday was one of those days, but I still got 300 quid out. Today is another of those days, but I'll still get hopefully £400 to £500 out. It's all sitting here waiting to be listed, I just need to physically do it. It doesn't take long, but you know, we all procrastinate, and that'll be that. So yeah, that strategy's working. Even finding some time to read. Still cracking on with the stand. I'll get through it at some point. Captain Trips is still just spreading. I think we've kind of hit this, just creeping into the second phase now, where everybody's dead and the survivors are beginning to congregate and come together. So yeah, really enjoying that one. But I've got so much I want to be reading, man. So much. So I want to get the stand finished so I can go on to something else. But that doesn't mean I'm not enjoying it. I'm not going to rush through it. I still want to savour and enjoy. I've waited a lot of years to read it. I mean, it came out when I was like 5. So I've waited 45 years to read it. So I want to make the most of it. Anywho, that's all for now. I might be back later because it's still early in the day. We'll see what happens. But if I'm not, love you, see you, bye. I'm back. Hey, turns out I did get another couple of sales in this morning. 2 of them are already packed up and gone because I just had only a few minutes to get them done, so I just did. The first was a bundle of People's Friend novels. There were 6 in the bundle, and they're all the larger print ones, and they went for $9.99, so nothing spectacular, but a really cheap pickup getting all of those. The second was a book on Glastonbury, Ancient Avalon, New Jerusalem by Anthony Roberts, so a 1978 big kind of paperback looking thing, and that sold for $10. And finally, another pre-made bundle, Topsy and Tim, so that's been 3 pre-made bundles going out today. A bundle of 8, yep, there's 8 in there, kind of vintage, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, even that makes any sense whatsoever. Anyway, 8 Topsy and Tim books, and they went for £13.98, so a tenner plus postage. Didn't think I had postage on those, so I'm not quite sure why that's happened. There's not meant to be postage on those, so I'll be refunding the postage to the buyer because there shouldn't have been any, and they'll get packed up. I'm just going to go and drop them off just now before the post office shuts. Anyway, that is all for today. See you, love you, bye.